Hey Canucks fans, hope you're well on this Thursday morning. It is Canucks game day. The Canucks take on the St. Louis Blues for the second time in this young season, this early part of the season. Remember, the Blues beat us on Thanksgiving Monday back at home, so it's time for us to extract some revenge. Gonna have to do it with a shorthanded lineup. I think this is gonna be a bit of an ugly game. We thought Tuesday night was ugly against the Rangers. This could top it in the ugliness meter, but we'll see what happens. Let's talk about the Canucks lineup first, talk about who St. Louis is missing, and we'll do a couple of predictions. So we know the Vancouver Canucks have been decimated by injuries. With Conor Garland's injury against the Rangers on Tuesday night, we are now out 8 regulars or close to regulars, 8 regulars in 10 games. So we know already that Niels Höglander started the season off on injured reserve. Since then, it's been Derek Forbort, it's been Philip Hedl, it's been Teddy Bluger, it's been Jonathan Lekkerimäki, it has been Victor Mancini, and most recently it's been Quinn Hughes, and it's been Conor Garland. So some pretty important players there in guys like Hughes, Garland, Bluger, and Hedl, of course. So the Canucks and Höglander, all of them are important. 8 injuries in 10 games, ridiculous. At this point, we're not going to have a roster 20 games into the season. So this is how the Canucks are going to line up tonight with their injury-depleted lineup. Conor Garland and Quinn Hughes being the 2 biggest absences because it changes basically everything. It changes your top D pairings. It changes your top 6 forwards. So the Canucks will reunite the line that started the season together as our top line. Elias Pettersson between Jake DeBrusk and Brock Besser. That is your top line. Pettersson had been showing really well. Actually, all 3 of them had been showing well no one showed well in the last game. So hopefully those 3 can get back on track. But PD in particular was playing pretty well on the weekend. Our second line now, no Conor Garland in the top 6. So Kiefer Sherwood gets promoted to the top 6. Nothing wrong with that. He's leading the team in goals with 6. And he'll be centered by, who is our second line center right now? Oh yeah, he'll be centered by newly acquired Lukas Reichel and then Evander Kane on the left wing. So Reichel, Kane, and Sherwood on the same line. So some speed there with Reichel and Sherwood for sure. Some toughness there with Kane and Sherwood. So we'll see. We'll see how that line does. Kind of interested to see how they do. Bottom 6 doesn't look that great. The third line now is Aatu Räty with Drew O'Connor, and with no Sherwood, it is Mackenzie McEachern. Yes, the veteran, the 31-year-old, played about 120 games, all with St. Louis in his career. We'll see what he does. Not expecting a lot from him. 2 goals in 7 games with Abbotsford this season, but Mackenzie McEachern on the third line with Drew O'Connor flanking Aatu Räty. And then our fourth line, our Abbotsford line, nothing wrong with them, nothing to worry about with them. That is, of course, Max Sasson between Linus Karlsson and Arshdeep Bain. So once again, your first line's the same as the way the season started. The fourth line is your Abbey line that has been put together since the season started because of injury, and then a mishmash in the middle 6. So PD DeBrusk Besser, Reichel with Kane and Sherwood, Räty with Drew O'Connor and Mackenzie McEachern, and then a fourth line of Sasson, Baines, and Karlsson. That means your extra skater is still Niels Amon. They don't bring him in. Mackenzie McEachern instead gets called up from Abbotsford and inserted in the lineup. Now, on D, no Hughes and no Mancini. So what's really interesting, they're basically putting 1 veteran with 1 not so veteran, or you'll see what I mean. So your top pairing now is DPD, Elias Pettersson with Filip Hronek. So a good test for DPD on the top pairing. Then your second pairing is Marcus Pettersson and Tom Willander. So what you'll see is not only that just they're 2 Swedes, but you'll see, 3 of our top 4 are Swedes. You have DPD and Willander separated and each playing with a veteran player. Hronek for DPD and then Marcus Pettersson for Tom Willander. Then your third pairing, the most experienced pairing, is Pierre-Olivier Joseph on the left, and it is Tyler Myers on the right. So Myers, if you think of it this way, drops down from a second pair to a third pair. But the way these D pairings are set up, at least to start, I see A, them getting switched up throughout the game situationally, and B, the 3 pairs being quite equal as opposed to a true top 4 and then a bottom pairing. And again, that's because not only Hughes and Mancini, which I mentioned, but Derek Forbort out as well. So yeah, man, I keep getting back to 8 players, 3 defensemen, Hughes, Mancini, and Forbort all out, and 5 forwards, Bluger, Lekkerimäki, Höglander, Hedl, and now Conor Garland. Yeah, some pretty big names missing from our lineup. Kevin Lankinen gets a start. No surprise after Thatcher Demko played on Tuesday. Played very well. Only led in one goal. The other one was an empty netter, but it was still a loss. So Kevin Lankinen tries to get his season back on track playing against the St. Louis Blues tonight. On the Blues side, you think we're bad at 5-6? They're worse. They're 3-6-1. So they only have 7 points in 10 games. We have 10 points in 11 games. And they are missing Jake Neighbors, their leading scorer, and Robert Thomas. They still have Jordan Kyrou. They still have other guys. But Snuggerud, who scored twice on us last time. I don't know if that's how you say his name. But yes, they are missing both Thomas and Jake Neighbors. Neighbors scored against us on Thanksgiving Monday as well. I hope the Canucks win. They got to win. They should win. They got to get back to 500. They got to start this road trip off well. And St. Louis is one of the only teams that have been less successful than the Canucks to start this season. So what is your score prediction? What is your first Canucks goal scorer? I'm going to go away from my 4-2. It hasn't worked yet, 10 games in. I'm going 3-1 Canucks. And I'm going to go Elias Pettersson with the first goal. So PD with the first goal and a score prediction of 3-1 for the Vancouver Canucks. What is your score prediction? What is your prediction for the first Canucks goal scorer? Leave it in the comments below. And how worried are you? 8 injuries in the first 10 games. Does it mean the Canucks are going to pull the trigger on another trade for more depth? Does it mean they're going to hang tight and just see what happens? Does it mean that they're hoping to get some guys back? Apparently, Hughes could join the team on the trip, so maybe he plays in the last game or the second last game. And it sounds like none of the other guys will be available for the trip. So Quinn Hughes would be the only one to make the trip and insert the lineup, get inserted in the lineup before the road trip ends. Shout out to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Gatsy Jack Art, and Mulligan Golf Company. Thanks to my members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Line Change, legendary Brian Blingy Choi, legendary Carol Bovelander, legendary Swervin Irvin, and legendary Andrew Chang. And thanks to Hall of Fame and franchise members as well. Thanks to all members for your support. I had a great members live stream last night. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Don't forget, I have my show tonight at 11 p.m., my post-game show, Canucks versus the Blues. On your way out, subscribe, like the video, and leave a donation to support me. But most importantly, leave me your predictions. First Canucks goal scorer and final score of the game. I'm going Elias Pettersson, the forward, to score first for the Canucks. I'm predicting a 3-1 win for the Canucks over the St. Louis Blues, getting us back to 500 and getting hopefully some more positive vibes among this fan base. So Canucks fans, let me know your opinions down below. And I'd love to see you tonight at 11 p.m. for my show. I hope you guys have a really good rest of the day. And let's cheer on the boys. They need it. And let's pray for no more injuries forever. Stay safe, stay healthy. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. God bless. And go Canucks go.